Hello. All right. Welcome to my channel. Hope everybody's doing well. If you are new here, I just want to let you know that I love that you're here. Sorry, I've been doing this for a while at this point, so I'm just feeling a little goofy. For real though, I love that you're here. Thanks for being here. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Libra. Please just know that when I'm doing this, technically I like to do it with thinking about how it is the Libra ascendant or the Libra rising. If you are Libra Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, Saturn, whatever, and you're using your placement to watch this reading, that's fine. You can totally do that. But just know that for me personally, I am reading from that position. Goes for cross watchers as well. Another thing that I would like to say is that this is a timeless reading. Technically, I'm recording this in September of 2023. Some of you may find that relevant. If you don't, that's fine. It just finds you when it finds you. Also, another note. Lots of clip notes here. Please understand that if it does not fit your situation, it does not fit your situation. Just, there's plenty of people out there who can give you information that you need. Take what fits, leave the rest on the table. Also, if you do not know something with 100% certainty, do not take all of the information and run back to your situation thinking that it defines that situation. If it is a confirmation for you, if you know these things, that's great. But I think it's a lot healthier to just take what it is that resonates for us. And if there's any advice in there that you feel like can apply to your situation or that can help you with making the decisions that lie ahead or how to deal with it, that's all I want. So now we can get started. The way that we're going to do this is I'm going to be using this for, let's say, the headliner of the story. This is going to be the plot, and this is going to be confirmation. So let's get started. Ooh, what is going on with Libra right now? Got the Tower card. Makes sense. We've got Anchor. Also makes sense. I'll get into why momentarily. And we've got the Lily with the fox on the bottom of the deck. I'd like for you to be very, 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 very careful of who you're trusting right now. I also would like for you to be careful if you are the person in this position. Okay, just brief synopsis. Information, right? My Libras out there right now, at least in the time period of 2023 into 2024, there is a series of eclipses that are happening in your sign and in your sister sign of Aries. Now, why I'm looking at this and saying this makes sense. We do have an eclipse happening in October of 2023. It is happening in your sign, and it is in the South Node. So during these eclipses, the South Node will be in Libra, and the North Node will be in Aries. What does that mean? So when we're dealing with South Node themes, that is things that we feel comfortable in. That is our comfort zone. It's what we come into this life with a wealth of knowledge in. That is why oftentimes we can meet people and we can feel like we have this undeniable draw and pull to them, and like they just fit within our lives. Usually that will be a South Node contact. Either they have a planet that is hitting your South Node. Sometimes it is South Node on South Node. Now, can those relationships be beneficial? Absolutely. Can they hold us back? Absolutely. Because it is our comfort zone. Now, with the North Node in Aries, we are being asked to step out of our comfort zone. So with those eclipses hitting that South Node, it is eradicating anything that is keeping us comfortable, or at the very least causing chaos in those areas to shake things up, to get us out. That is why seeing the Tower here, I'm like, that makes sense. You have something coming in and shaking up what you are anchored in, right? What feels comfortable for you, what makes you feel solid and stable. Now, with the lily after that, I find it interesting because lilies are usually connected to either weddings or funerals. So for some of my Libras out there, maybe you're moving from singlehood into like a committed relationship or married life. Maybe some of you who are in committed relationships are going to find that those relationships are challenged. Some of you may separate. Some of you just may experience some form of loss and gain simultaneously. That's also what these eclipses do. They shut doors and open new ones. So with that being said, let's get into it. I don't like the fox here. I'll go ahead and be real with that because it's like right at the very end and it's looking back at all of this. So I kind of feel like either the fox is causing this or you might be the fox and you might be trying to get away from this. So let's get into it. Already a couple of cards I can see on the bottom in my camera that I'm not fond of. Okay. What is the significator for Libra? What is your card right now? What is your energy? All right. We'll take both of them. Why not? You're the first one. We've got the Five of Swords and Judgment. So there definitely could be some energy of somebody stirring some shit up or somebody causing some problems. I do think a lot of this is friendly reminder, hurt people hurt people. When we hold grudges, we are not just hurting ourselves, we are hurting other people because then we will take that pain and we will put it onto other people. So either you are dealing with this, maybe you are very frustrated and somebody has hurt you and you're reminding them of that, or you are choosing to let this go within the Judgment card. There's a need to cut this out. There is a need to stop being in this energy and move on, and maybe Judgment is going to help you do that. Sometimes, in fact, the call is coming from inside of the house with Judgment. The call is coming from inside of the house. Sometimes it's outside of us. Sometimes it's a wake-up call. I think this one is coming from inside of the house. So, what is blocking you? Four of Wands, stability, firm foundation, home life. Maybe a significant event is taking place that is causing some issues. What is in the subconscious mind? The Eight of Cups, walking away. What is in the recent past? The Five of Wands. There's a shit ton of fighting here. What is in the higher conscious mind? The Page of Wands. What is in the near future? Well, I love that the Emperor's there, especially with the North Node in Aries. What is in your emotional body? Ten of Swords. Something is done. What is in your environment? The Hermit in reverse. What is in your hopes and fears? Two of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups in reverse. What is in the far-reaching outcome? Sun in reverse. Nine of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords with the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Oh, I know this is about to get bonkers. Okie dokie. Well, first of all, I see what's getting shaken up, and I already know why. For many of you, this is a significant relationship in your life. Whether that is family, whether that is a longtime friend, I really think this is either family, relationship, or business partner. But for many of you, your foundation is being shaken up. Now, there might be some conflict between you and a significant male. This could be somebody who has Aries placements. Maybe this Aries placement wants more autonomy. That's the thing with the North Node, right? North Node in Aries means I want more autonomy. I want to do what I want to do. I believe we should do X, Y, and Z. So maybe there is some issues with that. Maybe it's you embodying that energy, right? Like if you're in a good place and that's what you're feeling right now and you want to get out of your comfort zone, maybe you're craving more autonomy. Maybe you're craving more freedom. No matter what though, there's arguments being caused as a result of this. And I feel like there's like this emotional distance as well in this situation. Maybe you feel emotionally cut off from someone or something. Maybe you got into this argument and had to walk away. Or maybe there are things that have been said that can't be taken back. And there's a need to distance oneself in order to think, in order to find peace. Maybe someone literally did this because the Hermit in reverse is in your environment. So maybe somebody is distancing themselves from you, or maybe somebody is going quiet. Maybe somebody is going completely quiet. I mean, this can be my like total isolated shut-in card when it's like this. It also can mean they're coming out of it. We'll see it when we get the clarifiers, right? So in your higher conscious mind, I feel like you're either waiting on communication or you're wanting to communicate. This also could be somebody who is involved in this, maybe playing middleman. Somebody who is involved with this, maybe is communicating with you. Maybe this person here is the one who started this shit. Maybe this person came in with some information and it caused a problem, or maybe this outsider witnessed something and came to tell you about it, or maybe they had a conversation with this person and news got back to you. Whatever it is. Now, in the emotional body, there is a Ten of Swords. I think you're very tired. I think you're worn out. I think you're potentially depressed. You could be having a lot of back problems or problems with like the muscular or skeletal area. I just think you're tired. I don't think you're just tired. I think you're tired of thinking about this. I think you're tired of revisiting this. I think you're tired of having to think about it. I think you're tired of it plaguing your mind because we do have the Nine of Swords and the far-reaching outcomes. So I feel like even though you're at this place now emotionally where you're like, I'm done, this is done, I feel like something like brings it all back up again in the far-reaching outcomes. So once again, we'll get there when we get there. Now, in your environment with the Hermit in reverse, this could be you, but this also could be this energy of distance and separation, or feeling as if we are distant and separated from somebody, even if you're sitting in the same room as them. It feels freakishly quiet. Like even now, I just realized it is completely silent in this room. It feels like there's absolutely no sound. And I think there could be some fear around that. Now, hopes and fears, we've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse with the Ten of Cups in reverse. I think it's interesting that is the way that it is in the hopes and fears. I think there's almost this hope that like decisions will just be made for you, or that you'll be in control of this decision. Maybe you're hoping that somebody will choose something that is of benefit to you. I think the fear also here is like you don't want to be part of the decision. Like for some people, this almost feels like it's like somebody deciding between two things. It doesn't have to be between two people, but maybe whatever it is that they're deciding between somehow impacts your life. Maybe that's to stay or to go. Maybe that it's to live in this place or live in this place. Yeah. That's so awesome. They've been not sitting for a really long time. That's so awesome, honey. Thank you for showing me. Thank you for showing me, honey. Sorry about that. Anyway, maybe there is this energy of being afraid that like there is no recovering this, or there is no happy ending, or that like things are going from bad to worse, right? Yeah. This is where it kind of gets tricky. For some of you guys, this is a divorce. Like, but you guys already have to be talking about this. Like, I don't think that this is something that is going to happen. I think it's something that's already being fought about, or it's already being discussed, or has been in the works. This isn't like, I don't think this is just being sprung on you. For my married folk, if you are someone who is already in the process of a divorce or in the process of a separation, this 100% applies. Or those who have been in very long-term relationships where it feels like this person has been your partner for a very long time. Once again, you guys would have to have already been arguing and talking about separating or divorce. This is not somebody who's in a relationship already and like things are fine right now. Now in the far-reaching outcome, we have the Sun in reverse. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the 9 of Pentacles, and we have the 9 of Swords. This is what bothers me about this. So we've got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and we have Justice in reverse under that, and we also have the 7 of Swords in reverse under that. I think that this is finding out the truth in a very uncomfortable way about something that you didn't know about. You did. You actually kind of did know about it. I'll go ahead and say that. These are for my folks who already kind of knew about it. Like there was something that you knew. But this is like confirmation. Whatever this far-reaching outcome is, it's like confirmation of maybe what you were already worried about. So like, for example, feeling as if somebody's choosing between two things, right? You and another person, for example. Or that's what was going on, or that they were choosing to, maybe they end up being in this experience where they get out of the situation with you and they end up only giving you X, Y, and Z when they could have given you more. Or they end up choosing a very different lifestyle than you. That maybe there's some things that you don't see very, you're not going to agree with it very much. I'll just say that. Now, it feels like in the far-reaching outcome, I think you're going to be feeling fine, actually. Like, I think you're going to be feeling pretty confident and secure. Haven't done confirmation on this yet, but I also feel like this is you finding out that somebody else is already with somebody else. Like, and here's the thing that really bothers me about this is seeing that fox on the bottom of the deck and kind of like all this argumentative shit and feeling like somebody's being the middleman. I feel like you're finding out that maybe these problems were caused on purpose. Like, some things, I feel like some stuff did not make sense to you. And then it's going to make sense to you because I think you're going to be seeing like this person in this situation with this other person. It might piss you off. I'll just say that. And the reason why I feel that way is because the 9 of Swords is here. Because it's like, this is done. Like, I'm done with this. I'm so done. Like, this is the bottom of the barrel. And then in the far-reaching outcome, you're moving backwards into this energy. So it's like this energy of being haunted by introspection or reflection or going over everything that happened and questioning it or being haunted by it or reviewing it in a way that causes discomfort. But it has to do with this. I mean, for some of you, maybe you look satisfied and happy on the outside, but on the inside, you're not feeling that way at all. Or maybe this is how you're going to come off to the world, acting as if you're feeling It's like faking it, right? Like faking it till you make it. And maybe that is going to be the energy for you in the far-reaching outcome if it's not involving that situation that I was discussing. But something doesn't feel justified here. Like, I will say that there's something in the situation that does not feel justified, or it feels as if something is not fair, or it feels like maybe you want somebody to pay and you feel like they're not paying for it. So let's go ahead and pull clarifiers. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get really in it and then I'm like in it. I'm invested in the soap opera. Let's clarify the Five of Swords here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Judgment card. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, duking it out. Let's clarify the Four of Wands. There's some serious duking it out. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups. The Ten of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Oh boy. Let's clarify the Five of Wands. The Emperor in reverse, the Ten of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Page of Wands, the Six of Swords. Let's clarify the Emperor, the Five of Wands. Holy shit. I love when tarot does this, by the way. Like when storylines are so clear, it's my favorite thing in the world. Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles, the Hermit card, please. Hermit in reverse. Justice. The Two of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Cups in reverse. Oh boy, oh boy. Wheel of Fortune. The Sun in reverse. The Eight of Wands. Ooh, and the Devil. The Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles. The Judgment card and the Princess of Swords. The Nine of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Nine of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Queen of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm really nervous all of a sudden. Okay. So this is definitely either a litigation process or, like, I'm starting to see it so much more clearly. Going back to me making the comment where I'm like, this is definitely people who have already been in the stages or the process of being separated, talking about the potential of being separated or getting a divorce, or have been in a very long-term relationship to where it feels that way and there's shared assets between the both of you. But you have had to have had issues pre-existing this, okay? Like, if you're somebody who is in a happy relationship, this does not apply to you. It's interesting seeing the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands right here, because I'm almost looking at it as like this person's energy before and this person's energy now or in the future, right? Like, I feel as if part of the argument for a while is that I feel like this person was faking it to make it, right? Like the Emperor in reverse with the Ten of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. This was somebody doing their due diligence and working on the relationship or showing up for the relationship, even when they didn't feel as if it was working. And I think this was causing problems. Or maybe part of the problem was being like, hey, I don't think you're happy. Hey, why aren't you talking to me? Hey, why aren't you doing the things you used to do? Hey, you know, whatever the conversation was. And I feel like this person wasn't saying anything and they weren't making a decision and they weren't doing anything because they didn't want this. They didn't want this. This person didn't want the conflict. And I know, I'm sure somebody out there is literally like, well, who the fuck cares what they want? Or like, it's not about them. Or, you know, how do they not expect to have conflict? Totally. I get it. Trust me, I've been cheated on a lot. Like it's a thing, you know, like it sucks being in that situation and then finding out somebody was too scared to talk to you about shit. Or just finding out that they weren't happy, right? And like they were too scared to talk to you about it. And like cheating hadn't even started yet. But the fighting drove it to that. Or drove them to have an emotional affair or whatever. Like whatever the fuck you want to call it. Or become invested in something else other than the situation. And it's like now I feel like this person is fighting fire with fire. Like I feel like this person is trying really hard to defend their actions in the near future. They're trying very hard to defend why they did what they did. And I'm not going to lie. I do feel like this person is telling the truth if they say the phrase, I did not cheat on you. Like I know I made comments earlier about the greatest fear of seeing this person with somebody else or whatever, or like there being a backstory of like, maybe they purposely caused this, you know, whatever, in order to pursue this thing. I do kind of think that. Like, I think that they weren't happy. They wanted to get out of the situation so that they could pursue something else. I do believe that. However, that doesn't mean they cheated. Like, I don't see any physical evidence of cheating here. But I do see the object of their affection. Like, I do see the person that they either were wanting to be with, and this could be in their mind. I want to be clear about that. This could be emotional. This person couldn't even physically exist. But they were thinking about either a time period where you were much more confident, where they were more confident, take it how it fits, right? Or vibrant, or fun, sunny, warm, all the things that we always fucking say about the things we miss about our partner sometimes when things get rough. But it feels like this person is defending their actions. And that's why I'm like, I think that part of them is telling the truth. Because with the Seven of Swords in reverse, there is honesty here. If it was in the upright, I'd be a little more suspect. But I feel like this person is defending themselves for a reason. I think they're very justified in defending themselves to some extent. Don't come for me. But do I think the way that this was handled could have been handled better? 100%. I do. I do think, though, that like for the last 2 years, this has been going on. This whole uncertainty about the foundation and the stability and trying to work on things or trying to fix things. Like, I feel like it's been rocky for a minute. I don't think this is a new fucking problem. But I feel like for a while there was hope that like you got beyond the argument. And who knows, maybe that's how you feel. Maybe you feel like this person misled you to think that you made it beyond the argument, right? Like that you guys got over it. And now this person's like throwing you for a curveball because all of a sudden they're like defending what it is that they're choosing to do, whether it's to go in a separate direction or the obviously whatever the fuck is going on here with like leaving or wanting to separate or whatever. Now they're defending their action, but they're also kind of low key. It's like coming in, getting like really, being, like, I'm going to defend myself, and then boop, like pulling out. They don't want to stay in that energy. But I think they do get provoked to be in this energy. I'll be honest. I think there's some like provoking going on here. Part of me can also be like, yeah, I mean, being defensive can also be a fucking trait of like totally showing that you're guilty. But I think that's because in this person's mind, with them showing up as the Emperor in the upright now in the near future, there is something I do want to say about what I see about this, and it's why it leads me to believe that this person is being honest. I think this person really cares about traditional values. I do. I think this person really cares about their stability. I think this person really cares about being a leader. I think this person really cares about integrity. I do. You wouldn't show up like this if you didn't. Now, if he was like this and he was doing this shit, I'd be like, oh yeah, fuck this guy. But that is what that is, right? Like, it is somebody defending their actions and being like, like, don't try to go to war with me over some bullshit that's not even true. Or like, don't do that. Don't make this about something that it's not. And I do. I think they're defending themselves. I think there's that potential here that they're defending somebody else because of the fact that there's a Queen of Wands down here. So maybe like you have these ideas about this other person or something. I don't know. But I don't think anything ever happened. Like I think this person may have had emotional communication with them, or may have shared their suffering with them. Like maybe that's what happened here, right? Like this person was like, man, I need to talk to somebody about this because I don't know what to do. And maybe it was one of those moments where like, man, I don't fucking know what to do. And I don't think this person acted out of character. I don't think this Queen of Wands acted out of character. I don't think she fucking lured this person in. I think that this person genuinely just went to fucking talk to her. And I think, I don't think this person told him to leave. Because she's not like this. She's not upside down. She's not being a bitch. She's not trying to do anything. But I think that's why this is a very intricate, very precise story. So once again, if it's not your story, it's not your story. But I think at this point, it's like feeling down and out, feeling like you don't have much, feeling pretty lost, feeling like you're going to have a hard time recovering. I do. I see it. Once again, take it as it applies. If you're not feeling this way, then the other person might. Hell, maybe you're the Emperor. But like in the environment here, it's like somebody is either working on court documents, court case. Maybe these are the divorce papers being drawn up. Maybe this is like the finalization of the whole thing. Maybe this is an energy of like somebody just wanted to do the right thing. They just wanted to do the right thing. That's why I'm sitting here. I'm like, dude, I don't entirely think that this person like completely lacked integrity. I think this person fucking is trying to do the right thing. Like if they are not happy in the situation anymore and they feel like they can't recover in this situation and they feel like whatever the situation is cannot be recovered, and they're doing the only thing they know how to do, which is like not be in it or leave. Because it's very apparent that these people are not happy, okay? These people are not happy. You can't get over this. Like there's something that actually cannot be, you can't get over it. And I think in the far-reaching outcome with the Sun in reverse and the Eight of Wands and the Devil, I'm just like, please make sure that you're not letting this drive you to a place of like, I really hate using the phrase being in toxic energy, but please make sure that you're not. Um, because that is kind of how that reads. Um, and I feel like maybe there will be things that are said or brought up in a situation. Like, here's the other thing: if you guys are in litigation, do not do this, because this also reads to me as like I'm dragging out an issue just to make this person suffer. Now, genuinely, I will say this: hi, hello. If this was a very abusive situation, this is not your reading. Okay. Um, but this is for people who are like, this is coming from this place, right? Like, you feel like you've lost everything, so you want to make somebody pay. By all means, do whatever the fuck you want to do. But all I'm going to say is, like, with the Nine of Cups in the upright and the Nine of Cups in reverse, it's not going to make you as happy as you think it is in the long run. It's just not. Like, I think that it's just going to make everything hurt more. And this entire situation feels like a double-edged sword. And I almost feel like this is putting you through this like interesting threshold of being fucking reborn, like as a person. I mean, honestly, for both parties, really. But I think it's like also bringing up some shit. I really do. I think it's bringing up some shit. And so there's a need to be very careful. I also feel like this is a card saying, like, if you are someone who struggles with addiction issues, please be very aware of that right now. Like, do not fall off the wagon. Do not get really fucked up or drunk and like do something that's kind of crazy. Because I just don't think it'll work in your favor, especially if you guys are in the middle of litigation. Because it just feels like the whole thing with the idea of this Nine of Pentacles woman and the Judgment card in reverse with this King of Pentacles man, and then the fact that we have the Nine of Swords with the Page of Swords and the Two of Cups, like it straight up is giving me like the story you are going to create in your mind. And if this isn't you, the stories that the other person is going to create in their mind. I just really want you to refrain from doing that. Sure, sometimes some of us have the most amazing intuition in the world and we like know exactly what's going on. We know exactly what it looks like and we have all the details. But more often than not, the things that we create in our own minds are often way worse sometimes than what they actually are. And I feel like that's what this is, right? Like, this is somebody who is panicking or freaking out or consumed in their own mind over either seeing this person in another relationship or seeing this person happy, or worrying about whether or not this person was in another relationship the whole time. Like, it's or being haunted by the relationship itself, being haunted by the relationship that you shared with this person. And I just really, I don't know, like, I feel like you need to stabilize. And honestly, that might be stabilizing in therapy. That might be stabilizing by, visiting somebody who practices the healing arts. That might be stabilizing through psychedelic therapy. Like whichever route you want to take, but or with like the help of another person. It just, I don't know, like especially with the lilies. Now that I'm seeing this and I'm like looking at this person and like the way that they operated, I'm like, dude, especially with the lilies, I think this person tried to have the most integrity possible. I really do, because a lily would not show up if this person was not like did not believe that they were doing the best thing. I mean, lilies are a token when they are being given, and there is extreme gratitude that is present in them. And now I can hear a fucking owl hooting. Um, and I feel like a part of you knows this. Like I feel like a part of you knows that this person has integrity. I just think there's another part of you that's like fucking healing. I'm not saying to like high five the dude and hang out with him and, all of a sudden treat him like he's your best friend again or anything. I'm just saying that if there is any hope to like heal in this process, I think part of what needs to start in that is understanding that I don't think this person intentionally wanted to cause you pain, because when I'm seeing this, I'm like, dude, this person actually really, really, really wanted to get it back to this place, even when they didn't have the energy to do so. They really tried. So if this person didn't really try for you, then this isn't your story. But this person really tried. They did the best they could with what they had within themselves, within the situation, within what they knew to do. Because at some point it feels like this person didn't know what to do. I'm going to pull something from here. Like I need to wrap this up. I just realized it's like 42 minutes. Um, Dancing in the light. That owl is like right there. I haven't heard an owl around here in a really long time. All right. So we have Dancing in the Light and Time to Tinker. I think there is a serious need, like even at the end, me being like, look, I think if there's any like thing that I would love to say to you, it's like, let's one step at a time, right? Like I think you really need to try to liberate yourself of these feelings. And obviously that's not going to fucking happen overnight. Obviously it's not even going to happen in a week or a month or even a year maybe. But I think what it's telling you to do is it's like, look, this is time for you to embrace whatever is happening in the unknown and play the game, whatever that means to you. I think this is about exploring who you are outside of this situation. I think this is about exploring the individual that you can become. I think this is about exploring new potentials that could enter into your life, because when you're tinkering with something, you're kind of just fidgeting with it and trying to figure it out. And I think that that's what you need to do moving forward. Like this whole thing with me talking about the South Node and North Node and now seeing this, I'm like, oh, it makes sense. Whatever this situation was like holding the both of you back. And this is trying to give you an opportunity to really actually get what you want. And so I think it's time to like experiment, explore. Who are you with the freedom that you have? Who do you want to be with the freedom that you have? I think even asking yourself that question would be useful. So there we are, Libra. You guys just won the longest reading of all of the readings I've done so far. I love you guys. Whoever this was for, I love you. I really need you to understand that. I am often known. I've been doing readings professionally for about 8 years now. I am a fan favorite because of my brutal honesty with my clients personally. And I get referred because of that. But I will say right now, I love you and I understand how this is fucked up. I really do. But I think the reason why I was coming at it the way that I was because I was like, look, I can see right here, right now, that this person actually was acting in integrity. And like, if they are trying to defend themselves, it's because they were acting in integrity. They really were. It just turned into a fucking mess. So I love you. If you liked that reading, if it resonated with you, make sure to hit that thumbs up, or you can subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you feel like it resonates with your situation. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.